full moon blessings. So it is the full moon in Aquarius, and it is a very, very special full moon. I don't know if you have been feeling the energy like I have been feeling it, but it is a very special full moon. So I'm sending you clearing energy to start this beautiful white sage leaf, clearing all that is not in service of the highest and best good, clearing your hands so that your actions may be divinely guided, your connection to source, your heart space, your voice. Ooh. And every step that you take as we start this ritual. So let that burn a bit. So it is the full moon. Yes, I was about to say new moon. I don't know why. Probably because my brain isn't completely screwed on today with all the energy. So it is the full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is the sign of the collective. It is the sign of the humanitarian. It is also the sign of the rebel, the adventurer, the one that just does things, is just so cued in and so light years ahead of what the reality that we are currently living in, and they are bringing that energy into the present. So for me, the way I am feeling this energy is that it is time to really give ourselves space and room to fully embody the most authentic expression of who we are, of our heart, of our soul, of really being so fully cued in to the fullest expression of our being without reservation, without thinking, well, what is so-and-so going to think? What is the family going to think? Society, all these things that we're programmed to feel and to kind of just give our authority, give our sovereignty, give our power to. Now's the time to cut all of that and just let it all go. So with this ritual, my intention is for us to let go and release what is, again, not in service of our highest and best good, not in alignment with the truth of our being and what really sets our soul and our hearts afire and aflutter. And that's really, really burning. So we're clearing. And it's time to step fully into our sovereignty, fully into our power, not only for ourselves, but so that we may be a light and an anchor point for those that still are afraid to wake up and fully step into the fullness of their being. So with that, I cleared us. I am going to call in the directions, starting with lighting this candle. So this candle has herbs that have to do with empathy, and I think that that is definitely an energy that we need to work with. I think we can sometimes be so polarized into believing one side or the other, or the media, or this or that, and we forget that we are all in this together. We are all human beings. We are all spirit having a human experience, and as that, we should have more compassion and empathy, not only for each other, but for ourselves, and stop being so hard on ourselves and kind of always judging and always thinking, well, this should have been done that way and I should have had that 10 years ago or whatever. However, that self-judgment and that kind of lack of nurturing that we give ourselves, however that's manifesting, it is time to just also let that go. So the candle is lit. Which one shall I use? Let's use my priestess wand. So as I am encircling us in pure divine light, calling in the direction, starting with the Eastern Gateway, and you can join me. You can have your palms up and your eyes closed, and roll your shoulders back, calling our energy, our being into this present time. Taking a deep breath as we hold at the top and just With our exhale, releasing all that is not serving, any cords, any attachments. Another deep breath in. And exhaling all of it. And let's do one more for good measure. Holding and envisioning brilliant supernova of white light as we exhale, blasting away all that is no longer in alignment with who we are choosing to be, with the highest expression of our being, as we call in the directions on this beautiful full moon in Aquarius. Calling in the guardians of the Eastern Gateway, element of air, place of new beginnings, of springtime, bringing in the winds that will blow away all that is not in service of the highest and best good of all of those who partake in this ritual, anchoring us in to a place of new possibilities, new opportunities, new beginnings, new ways of being, welcoming the guardians of the Eastern Gateway, calling in the guardians of the Southern Gateway, element of fire, season of summer, which we are in right now, calling in the fires to burn away that is not in service of the highest and best good, calling in snake medicine as the serpent sheds its old skin and makes room for new growth, for even more fertile times in abundance, welcoming the guardians of the South, calling in the guardians of the Western Gateway, element of water, thanking the guardians of the West for the purification energies, the cleansing, the clearing, the emotional healing, the releasing that we all must do in order to birth a new way of being, welcoming the guardians of the West, calling in the guardians of the North, element of earth, place of our ancestors, place of winter and rest and slowing down and grounding and allowing us to enjoy the fullness of our being fully grounded into the earth, welcoming the guardians of the Northern Gateways. And at this time, I would like to give an offering and a thanks to the ancestors of the land that we may currently inhabit. The current land that I am on is called Tongva land. Thanking the ancestors of this land and thanking the ancestors of the land wherever you may be. Aho, the circle is open. Whew. And let's see. So for Aquarius, Aquarius is the sign of the collective. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a meditation to just clear away what is not serving, as I mentioned, but also to anchor in feelings and emotions of the collective, the empathy, the love, the fullness, the fullest expression of our being, just really fully embodying and fully expressing ourselves as we came to be. So let's take a deep breath. And on the exhale, just releasing. And you can work with crystals. Let's see, what am I called to work with on my table? I'm actually called to work with my lapis. So I'm going to work with my lapis scarab, because we also need to clear ancestry. Whatever lineage we come from, we need to be aware that it's time to clear away our ancestral karma. It's time to clear away and release any baggage, any vows of poverty, any vows of chastity, any vows that are just hindering our existence in this time and space. And yes, we are multidimensional beings. Who knows how many dimensions we are existing in, but that is another rabbit hole to get into. In this lifetime, we need to be fully aware that our energy is present and fully in our, I don't like the word control for this, that we are fully aware of our boundaries and of having our energetic field as fully protected as possible. So with this, taking a deep breath in. And my selenite is calling to me too, so even though I'm sitting on a piece of selenite right now. So connecting us, and you can hold whatever crystals you want to work with, whatever crystals you want to charge with the energy of authenticity, the energy of fullest expression of your being, the energy of clearing and letting go and bringing in even more light. You can hold them in your hands and just allow yourself to come into stillness, focusing on your breath. And as we're envisioning protective roots coming out of the base of our spine, going down through the floor, into the earth, anchoring in through the ley lines of the planet, through the different layers of rock and sand and silt and the aquifers, all the way down to Mother Earth's crystalline core, where our roots just wrap around. And we tug the roots just so we feel firmly anchored, welcoming in the energy of Mother Earth, her energy of abundance, of beauty, of fertility, of completion, of grounding, stability, allowing her brilliant white light to come up our roots, entering our body, going up our spinal column, coming out of the top of our head, and showering us with brilliant white light across our auric field, and it permeates every cell in our body as well, renewing, cleansing, clearing, purifying, re-energizing all of our cores, all of our energetic cores, envisioning ourselves filled with even more white light, and allowing ourselves to release any judgments of ourselves, of others, anywhere we do not feel safe, we do not feel grounded, any fears, anxiety, any doubts, any grief, any heartache, allowing that to flow down into Mother Earth to be transmuted into even more brilliant light. And as we are filling our bodies, energizing our bodies, and cleansing and clearing with the energy of Mother Earth, releasing any traumas. And as we're releasing, we're calling in our spirit guides, our angels, archangels, beings of the highest frequencies of unconditional love, light, and healing, to anchor us into this space and to support us in releasing all that is not in service of our highest and best good, anywhere we are constricting ourselves and not allowing ourselves to be fully expressed, to be authentic, to be true, anywhere we are fearful of being judged, allowing our spirit guides and all of the beings that are here to support and anchor us, to support us in releasing all of that baggage, kind of like bricks or rocks, just letting that go. And maybe it's your heart space that needs to open up even more. Allowing your heart to open, allowing your heart to be cleared of grief, of pain, of trauma, of loss. And from this space, envisioning this brilliant white light extending above our head, all the way through the roof, into the skies, into the heavens, into the cosmos, where you are in space, where you are met by this golden white light from source, from the center of the universe, from the cosmic womb, where all creation stems from, allowing this golden light to encircle the brilliant white light from Mother Earth coming down through the Earth's atmosphere, through the skies, into the top of your head, your crown, all the way down through your roots to the core of the earth, and then back up as you are fully enveloped, not only in the white light from Mother Earth, but in the golden light from Source Energy. And in this space with deep gratitude, giving thanks for the abundance, for having our needs met, for the love, the beauty, the creativity, all of those things already present. The luxury, perhaps. Maybe the luxury is you just being able to chill in your bed whenever you feel like it. However that luxury and that beauty and that abundance shows up in your world, honor that, giving deep thanks. The more we live in gratitude, the more we invite blessings from the divine. And in this anchored space, held by Mother Earth and the divine cosmos, Source Energy, I invite you to ask yourself, how can you be more fully, authentically expressed? How can you show up even more for yourself as the truest version of yourself? How can you be even more in alignment with the unique embodiment that you came on this human journey to express? And how can you have even more empathy for yourself and for your fellow beings? Sitting with this. I wasn't going to play my singing bowl, but I feel called to. Should have been prepared, but here we go. Breathing in this beautiful space and this beautiful light. Come here. Let's do it this way. Connecting us to our heart. Connecting us to the divine. How can you be more fully expressed? How can you fearlessly step more fully into who you came here to be? Breathing that in. Allowing the light to fill you. envisioning what you wish to bring forth. And as we're in this space, giving thanks for the beauty, the fullness of our being, for not dropping my singing bowl. Allowing yourself to be fully bathed, as if the waters from the cosmic womb were just cleansing, clearing, purifying, stripping away anywhere you're still holding on to old ways of being and old beliefs about yourself that are no longer true. Allow those to be washed away. And as we're giving thanks for the abundance in all things in our lives, as we give thanks to our spirit guides, angels, archangels, beings of the highest frequencies of unconditional love, light, and healing, thanking them for their presence and their support, knowing that they are always with us, always here to guide and allow us to step more fully into our being, the fullest expression of who we came here to be, the fullest embodiment of our divine sovereignty. Thanking them. And as we start releasing the guardians, giving deep gratitude to the guardians of the Northern Gateway, thanking them for their grounding, their stability, the ancestors in healed space that were here to support us, releasing the guardians of the North. With deep gratitude, releasing the guardians of the Western Gateway, element of water, thanking them for their cleansing and purification, the renewal and emotional healing. Thank you. Releasing the guardians of the Southern Gateway, element of fire, serpent medicine, place of transmutation and transformation. Releasing the guardians of the South. With deep gratitude, releasing the guardians of the Eastern Gateway, element of air. Thanking you for the new opportunities, new beginnings, for all the new ways we are creating ourselves anew. And with that, the circle is open but never broken. So, I do hope that you enjoyed this ritual. I will see you for the new moon. And I will probably see you, actually I will definitely see you for the next full moon. I seem to be more in rhythm with doing the full moon, but if you guys like also the new moon ones, let me know. I'm more than happy to do both. It's just kind of been flowing as to how I feel inspired to give forth some healing. So thank you so much for watching. I ask that you please share this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and sending you so many blessings from the divine. May you step into the fullness of your being. Namaste.